Hello everyone, Rui Chenet here. Your questions are on my phone. I will try to read them one by one. Do you have a discovery that you never forget? While walking on the Gandambarian, the hottest area on Earth with 71 degrees Celsius, I thought, surely there are no other creatures living, wandering here. Popular science websites I read also said so. I am very happy to be the first person to see and document a subspecies of Eremiophila that lives there. Which place you have visited so far has impressed you the most? While I was passing through the deadliest road on Earth, Karakoram Highway, I was affected by knowing there was a possibility that people had lost their lives at every corner and feeling adrenaline from that. Yet, the saddest scene for me happened in Burundi, the poorest country in the world. I was traveling between the cities and the starving kids carried a dog that was hit by a car to eat. Why don't you share much about your personal life? I prefer to focus more on our documentaries. I haven't shared much because they are not relevant to the topics we cover, but I will talk about it in this video. Where were you born and raised? I was born in Aydın, Turkey. Now I live in Istanbul. When were you born? October 20th, 1990. I'm 33 now. Tell us about yourself, your childhood, your life, and the process of starting your YouTube journey. At the age of 6, I was into the animal world and different cultures. Before adopting a dog, reading a 220-page book about their lives was one of my favorite activities back then. Knowing the names and the populations of the major cities of every country in the world was the subject that I enjoyed the most. When I was 10, I had daily newspapers in A4 format in which I wrote the facts I learned. I used to stick those pages to the walls or doors of our house and make my family members read them. In a way, my publishing career started at that age. When I was a college student, I had a blog where I shared the coding techniques I learned. The first videos I posted on YouTube were amateur guitar tutorials I recorded when I was 19 in 2009. Then, I created this YouTube channel in 2012 and started to make documentary-style videos. You have content that is filmed in dangerous places. I get nervous even while watching. Have you faced any problems in such places, or have you experienced any terrifying moments? The primary concept of the channel is not pushing the limits or doing dangerous activities. However, we encountered many adventures with my crew while trying to document the war between Azerbaijan and Armenia in 2020, and an artillery shot fell 100 meters behind me. Plus, I had to walk through a minefield in the same area. I didn't feel the risk because of the adrenaline at that moment, but in fact, my life was in danger. What is your favorite place among the places you have visited? Because of the inbreeding in Tanzania, the chances of a Tanzanian woman to give birth to an albino baby is 12 times more than the rest of the world. Some people there believe that amputating the albino kids' limbs and eating them can cure a lot of illnesses. There are many massacres. I went to a village where albino kids were under protection, and this sweet village of innocent kids became my favorite place. Which documentary was the hardest to film? The documentary that we filmed in Yakutia, the coldest city on Earth. No matter how many layers of clothing we put on ourselves, we could only last 5 to 10 minutes when we went out, and we were immediately experiencing pain like stabbing, and our cameras were constantly shutting down due to the cold. It was a video that we couldn't catch our breath. Why do you upload videos so rarely? I remember a time that you didn't post a video for 6 months. Some of you might know we publish our videos in 15 different languages. We're reaching more and more people worldwide by adapting our content into the world's most spoken languages. This process tires me and my team a lot and takes a lot of time. How many people work in your team? How many people do you travel with? Currently, we have a team of 12 people working hard to be the best in their field, and 45 more people are also part of our team to broadcast in 15 more languages. The number of people who attend the shooting depends on the subject. Generally, we go with 2 or 3 people. How do you prepare before shooting a video? The preparation process begins at least 1 month before filming. Getting a visa, finding a guide, hiring a driver, finding a translator if the guide does not speak English, purchasing missing equipment, buying proper clothes for the terrain, booking flight tickets, making reservations for accommodation, and most importantly, doing research about the subject weeks before, and preparing questions if there is going to be an interview are some of the details of the preparation process. How difficult is it to film your videos, and how much money do you typically spend? It takes about 60 days to research, film, edit, and adapt the video to 15 languages. For now, each video costs anywhere between $10,000 and $25,000. Do you return right after filming, or do you continue traveling? Sometimes we postpone our returns for a day, and I set that day as a leisure day. And I take this time for the things that I would like to see or do before leaving. But recently I have rediscovered how strong my connections to my loved ones are, and a part of me wants to return as soon as possible. What What was the most surprising tradition or the most unusual lifestyle you saw in the places you have been? 15 years ago, as a freshman in university, I visited a very isolated village in the foothills of the Himalayas. A woman could have 2, 3, 4, or even 5 husbands there. The lifestyle of this matriarchal village affected me a lot. At that time, I wasn't making documentaries. Are you happy with your current situation? How many of your goals have you achieved? And what are your future plans? I'm happy with the progress of the channel. Years ago, my goal was simply to reach 1,000 subscribers. Currently, I have around 7 million subscribers. I don't set any subscriber goals anymore. My only focus now is to produce the best documentary content on YouTube and have fun while doing it and improve my team. What brings you the most happiness in life? Having a pleasant day with my family. That's more than enough for me. When you travel to dangerous places, how does your family react? If I'm going to a dangerous place, I do not reveal it. They learn where I was after I come back. Which equipment do you use when filming? We primarily use our Sony FX3 cinema cameras. We have lenses suitable for every light, environment, and depth of field. An aerial drone, an underwater drone, action cameras, we have almost everything. Do people recognize you when you are traveling the world? Even though we didn't speak a common language, I met lovely people who knew me in many places like Turkey, Singapore, New York, Brazil, and Korea. What would you do today if you knew you were going to die tomorrow? I would create endless memories. What do you think is your most significant difference from other channels? Perspective, way of thinking, and time spent on videos. Your documentaries are so special. Do you get offers from TV channels? We give some of our projects to TV channels from time to time. Also, now you can watch some of our videos on certain airline entertainment systems. Do you actively use social media platforms other than YouTube? I use Instagram and many of you are not following me there. I would appreciate it if you search and follow the Ruhi Senet username on Instagram. I will soon share a post on Instagram that I believe will grab your attention. Can you tell us about your family and describe a typical day you spent with them? We have 2 babies, a girl and a boy. Our daughter is 27 months old and our son is 8 months old. My wife and I spent most of our time introducing the world to our babies, witnessing their first experiences. I met my wife, Gizem, at a mall in Istanbul in 2017. She was a kindergarten teacher. After getting to know each other for a while, we felt that we were meant to be and got married in 2019. The most challenging part of going abroad is missing my family. Especially since my daughter Shula doesn't want me to go. Thus, my trips are usually limited to 3 weeks at a time. My son Atlas is still unaware of my travels. Aside from being a parent, I like camping and isolating myself away from society. I hope this Q&A video addressed your queries about me. Our next documentary is the one that we put our most effort in it. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram. See you in the next one. Ruhi Senet was here.